fellow carbon-based bipeds. I'm Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 1991 film Train to Fight, starring Ken McLeod, Tak Wing Tang, Matthew Ray Cohen, and Mark Williams. But first, a word from our sponsors. An overview of the movie? After starting his freshman year of college, James Caulfield has a run-in with a local gang, all because he's friends with someone who is not white. This causes a sea of troubles for James as he refuses to end his friendship and is targeted for further violence. However, one of the cooks at the restaurant where he works turns out to be a master of kung fu. After some persuasion, his co-worker agrees to train him in the ancient art. The pros of this movie? Well, the fight scenes in this movie are just spectacular. They are amazing. It is clear that the people in these fight scenes are trained martial artists, and they're all doing a really good job with these fight scenes. They look crisp, they look solid, they look nice, they look good. These fight scenes in this movie are great, and that's a very big plus for this movie. Also, the training scenes and the fight montages, those are just fantastic. The training montages and the fighting montages are just glorious. All the montages in this movie are fantastic. There's about 5 of them, I think. They are just glorious and fantastic. They show the guy growing as a martial artist. They show his training improving and him doing a better job. And the fighting montages are glorious and fantastic. All the montages in this movie are amazing. Also, the lead villain in this movie, he is just absolutely amazing in his role. I know I'm using that word a lot, but I can't think of any other way to describe this guy. He's over the top. He's really having fun with it. He's chewing on the scenery. His acting is just glorious and amazing and very much over the top and very over-exaggerated. And it causes for a very entertaining and fun villain. The cons of this movie? Well, let's be honest. The acting in this movie is on the same level as soap opera acting. I mean, the acting is just bad, and it's cheesy, and it's just not very good at all. These people are delivering their lines, and it feels like they're just reading off of a page. There's really not a lot of passion or emotion, and you can tell that they're just trying to act. None of the acting in this movie is really any good, except for the guy who played Wang, who was the kung fu teacher guy. He did a pretty decent job, but everyone else was just cheesy and bad and comically bad. It wasn't very good acting. It was stiff, would be putting it nicely. Also, this movie is clearly a Karate Kid ripoff. I mean, you can tell just by the whole new guy comes to town, gets beat up by the local guy and the local tough guy gang, finds a trainer in a strange way in an obscure place, gets trained in this ancient art, and then goes and fights bad guy in a tournament. That's the basic plot of this movie. That's the basic plot of every Karate Kid movie. This is clearly a movie trying to capitalize on the success of the Karate Kid, and a lot of people may take that as a downfall, as something that they dislike about the movie, and may put a bad taste in their mouth about this movie. The biggest thing that annoyed me about this movie, though, the love interest. I mean, seriously, they did a really bad job of just writing this character. You've got this teenage girl, well, she's a college student, so I'm going to call her a girl. You got this girl who's, really just seems self-important, just has a bloated ego, and is full of herself and won't accept any opinion that isn't hers. And then, halfway into the movie, she becomes this devoted girlfriend who just adores this guy. And I'm like, no! 5 minutes ago, you couldn't stand the fucker, and now you're head over heels for the douchebag? No, that's horrible writing. Either get rid of that character or just write her better. Seriously, she was the weakest part as far as writing goes about this movie. My overall thoughts on the movie? This is one of those so bad it's good movies, and I give it 1 thumb up. If you sit down to watch this expecting a good movie, you will be disappointed, Between the cheesy acting and the bad dialogue, this is a bad movie, but it's so much fun to watch. You've got one guy who's overacting like crazy, and then most of the other people couldn't even act their way out of a paper bag. This is one of those movies that's fun to watch because it's so bad, and that is why people should watch Train to Fight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week and top 10 lists posted on the 10th of every month. Also, if you have any recommendations for things you would like me to cover in the future, please leave them in the comments below and follow us on Twitter at explosions_TV. Thank you and have a nice day.